What's up, everyone, and welcome into the Buffalo Sports Collective. It is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. As always, I am PK alongside my co-host Phil. Episode 377. We're approaching 400. 23 more episodes to go. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive by us. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Buffalo Sports Collective, and on X and Blue Sky at Buffalo Sports Co. I'm starting to think we should do away with Threads and Blue Sky, but that'll be a conversation off podcast. Nobody's there anymore. It was the hottest thing about like a year and a half ago, and it's
was it
over.
The hottest thing?
It was. X was going away. Instagram
it was a thing
shambles.
for a moment, just in case.
Yeah, it was a hot thing.
I feel like it never really went anywhere. I mean,
Blue Sky was like an exclusive thing, and then they just opened it to everybody. It was cool when it was exclusive, and we were the few exclusive people on it. You always feel cooler when you're allowed in something.
Facebook before it was for everybody.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow our channel wherever you listen to podcasts, including YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces there. Check out our website at buffalosportscollective.com. You can also check out our store. Just click the link tree on any of the social media sites I just listed, or go to the website I just listed and hit the shop tab. You can represent the BSC on the go and look for the time breakdowns in the description of the show. We'll be talking Game 3, finale of the Buffalo Bills preseason. Thank God it's finally done. Football is upon us, and now we just got to wait another week and a half. Cut down day. We're recording this on Monday at 7:30, so cut down day is 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So we do not have those cut downs, but nothing is really going to shock us. Really, it comes down to what lists that the cornerbacks are being put on and how that affects the rest of the 53. And remember, 53 is only finalized never because other teams are also dropping players. So it's really like the top 50, and then the final 3 spots could be finagled along with practice squad. But we're picking the Bills' schedule on today's episode. Next week will be bold predictions, but we're being bold on our schedule predictions on this one. Figure out where the Buffalo Bandits, or Buffalo Bills, I already started early, getting it out of the way early. Buffalo Bills finished their season according to us. We'll go over the one big trade that went down in the NLL last Friday. And then because we're still waiting for free agency to open, any day now, guys, any day. It's supposed to open on Friday. Who knows? Doubtful. We're going to be playing a couple games. Phil came up with a game. He's going to quiz me and the listeners. And then I came up with a game. I'm going to quiz Phil and the listeners. Stay tuned for that to wrap up the show. But Phil, week that was, how was the final week for you of our August shows?
It was pretty good. We wrapped up a football guillotine draft that was by far the fastest draft that we have done this off season.
2-ish hours?
Very, very quick. And there was one complaint that it was going slow, and I don't think they understand what a slow draft actually is. We've had dynasty drafts last over a week. We've had single day drafts last like 5 hours. So it was really quick, but guillotine was fun. The players, because there's 18 teams, go away very, very quickly. By round 4, you're already into depth players and backups and injury reserves, and it's weird, but it was a good time. We also had our buddies' annual summer barbecue, which was a delight. We had some great food. All of our friends got together. We really don't get together all that often anymore. A lot of people have kids and whatnot, and everyone's always busy. So that was nice to see most of the crew back together. And then PK and I were partners in a little Frisbee bottle game, and it went to game 3, and it went to pretty much the final points. It didn't go to overtime, but it went down to the wire, and luckily PK's brother was not paying attention to the score, caught the Frisbee, and that helped us win. And we did not catch the Frisbee, and also helped us win because we did our math better than they did. But yeah, that was fun. And then Sunday, the wife was out of town, so I was chilling at home, pretty much cleaning most of the day, did some laundry, lounged around, not much going on then.
Like you mentioned, guillotine draft. I run it. First year on Sleeper, was able to transfer it all over in a week. Everybody paid. We're in it. And I have been bad at drafting this year so far. And really, I've only drafted one team because the Dynasty League, I traded all my picks because I'm going for it fully. I'm the best team over there by far. CFFL, the one that I've won twice, the reason that I have my makeshift fake trophy behind me. I did not do well at drafting over there. I'm pretty much playing for next year. So that one I ranked myself 9 out of 10 teams. Guillotine, though, the software and everybody seems to be complimenting my team. I'm ranked first in the power rankings to start the projections. I'm feeling good about my team. This is the first time I was like through 6 rounds and like I'm not patting myself on the back too much, but I really like this team. And I ended up really liking what it ended up being. But that just means I'm going to be out first. And that's the way Guillotine runs. And I'll still have to run the league, but mostly Sleeper will be able to do it for me. It really stunk on ESPN when I was first out, and I had to manually keep running the league and drop everybody each week. Mike's Barbecue, I have to ask, how's your knee? Because my hamstring is still pretty tight. Phil and I got hurt on the same play while trying to catch a bottle and a frisbee, respectively. Hamstring went, his knee went. It was a fun time. We're old, can't really be playing those games anymore. Sunday, while you were cleaning the house and doing all your chores around the house, I dug out a ditch. I really need a tractor. I did it by hand, and it was really wet crap. So wasn't fun, but it needed to get dug out so he could flow better. Now I got to go buy rocks and spread the rocks, but making it look decorative and making
doing
it
like a
better.
drainage trench?
It is, yeah. From the for some reason they don't have the gutters run into the ground. They run into the ground and then out a pipe into a ditch, but the ditch wasn't dug out well, so it's just all standing water. So I had to flow it into a ditch out front that the county and state, or I don't know who's supposed to man it, but that's too low. So now I'm gonna have a buttling water at the end, and whoever manages those ditch, I mow it. I don't even have to mow it. The county's supposed to, city, I don't know who's supposed to mow it, but they're supposed to mow it, but they never do it. So I manage it, but I don't have a backhoe to dig it out that needs to be rightfully dug out. So all the water's just going to flow there and just stay there now, but it's that problem. It won't be close to the house. Then I'm headed to Vancouver on Friday. I'll be gone till Tuesday. Looking forward to it. I did find out a little bit more details like shortly before. Flying out early Friday, coming back late Tuesday. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Wife's got a bunch of stuff planned, and I'm just the chauffeur, and I get to experience the fun. So I'll have more stories next week. But what we're going to dive into now is the final preseason game for the Buffalo Bills is over. They won 23-19, 1-2 in the preseason. Who cares? Shane Buechele was pretty much the talking point in this one, along with Walker. I thought Walker on the defensive line played unbelievable. I think he's going to have a big impact this season. I don't think he's going to start. I don't even think he's going to play even over 50% of the snaps to start. But I do think that what he was able to add to that line is a reason why there's so much conversation. And we're not going to dive into it because everybody's going to know the cuts and stuff beforehand, but I think that's a big reason why Dwayne Carter is a big conversation, why Daquan Jones is a big conversation, that you got Walker who's playing so well in the defensive line. It's a talking point. He played so well. Buechele, I think he earned himself a roster spot on the practice squad, not the regular season, not the 53, but I think he's going to be on the practice squad. And then Shavers, like, we don't know the roster, but if he doesn't make it this time, again, I'm talking without knowing everything. If he doesn't make the 53, all that talk about, earning your right onto this roster is just baloney. It's just coach talk, because there's no way you can keep him off the 53, especially after the catch, but especially after the training camp, the preseasons, and how much he has come along in the 3 years that he's been a part of this organization.
I don't think we mentioned it, and maybe we did, and I was slightly zoned out. We are recording on Monday instead of Tuesday, so we record on Tuesday, so we don't know the cut down, which is why PK is talking in hypotheticals. Normally we would know all the cuts and everything before we record, but we're recording on Monday, day early, so we do not know what's going on. I think Shavers, I mean, like you said, like, he clearly outplayed everybody that is trying to make the roster as a wide receiver. Moore looked not good. Curtis Samuel's been injured, which, I mean, availability is necessary in order to play, and he's been injured a lot as a Buffalo Bill already. So if you can't be on the field, that doesn't really help the Buffalo Bills. So to me, I mean, we talked about it a little bit throughout preseason, as most people have. Like, Shavers still seems to be one of the only wide receivers that has shown any kind of flash, any kind of excitement, which is kind of horrifying. I know Coleman obviously sitting because he's a starter, and Shakir's injured. So yes, you have those two at the top, but you need a wide receiver 3 to do something. I know Palmer also injured, did flash early on in preseason, but as a depth wide receiver, I feel like he beat out the other depth wide receivers and showed something a little bit different that we haven't seen a lot of the other wide receivers do. And I think he has done a really good job. And like you said, like we've seen a lot of teams now kind of around the league kick out certain players for other younger players that are coming in. Like, hey, we trust this guy. He's had a great camp. He's now taken over that depth role spot because the other guy wasn't good enough. I mean, Denver's the big one that comes to mind with Vele. He got traded, wild trade. I don't know how you're gonna, what was it, 4th and a 7th for him? That seems
for a 27-year-old second-year player.
yeah, real steep. But good for them, I guess. But he was a big one. Like he is someone that the team kind of liked, but they just got Bryant as a rookie, and it was like, hey, he's outperforming you. We don't need you anymore. We're moving on. So that kind of needs to be what the Bills do here, where, like you said, Shavers has come along slowly, but this preseason, he's looked fantastic. He's been the talk of preseason. He needs to make that team and let them see what he can be. Cole, I think Bishop out there, it was honestly just nice to see him playing at all, a little bit healthy in the game, and then also made some good plays. So I think we probably could have given him a pass if he came in and didn't look fantastic because he's been injured. But the fact that he came in, looked healthy, and made some decent plays, I think that's really kind of nice to see, especially with the CB room looking scary, and the safety room looking scary. And then Bass, I thought he was okay-ish. I know he just came back from injury as well, an insane amount of injuries for the Bills this preseason. But, I mean, even the ones he was making didn't look all that confident or great. I know he's got 2 weeks to kind of fine-tune it before the season actually starts, so hopefully he can kind of get that figured out. But he did not look fantastic. He looked good enough, but, I mean, the, 26-yarder he missed? You can't do that during the regular season. So he's got a little bit of time, just came back from injury to figure it out. I'm sure he will, but nice to see him out there. At the same time, didn't look fantastic. And then Frank Gore Jr., hopefully he kind of sneaks onto the practice squad. I feel like he's had some decent flash throughout the preseason. I don't know if he'll make it there, but hopefully he can as a depth running back in case anything were to happen.
Yeah, I don't see any reason he doesn't, because there's just so many running backs out there that they're similar to him. I'm not saying he's not special or can't develop into anything special, but he's a third string practice squad type of running back, and unless somebody's really hungry for one like that, I think you're going to be able to sneak him down there. The only other thing, like we already mentioned, Bishop, we're recording again Monday, so we don't have the 53 right now, but I think knowing that Mike White got cut, I think he played himself out of a job in that Chicago game. I don't think he looked really well. I know he got some drops handed to him with Elijah Moore and whatnot, but it was trying to dethrone Mitchell Trubisky, and I was on Talking Buffalo last Friday talking about this as well. The only way that you're going to dethrone Mitchell Trubisky for the backup is even if Mitch plays normal and average like he did this summer.
Like he does.
Mitchell Trubisky had to play so much better, and Trubisky had to struggle for you to dethrone a player that's already there. And I think Buechele outplayed Mike White, and this isn't me talking about him playing against Tampa Bay. I thought he's outperformed Mike White throughout the entire training camp and preseason. I don't think he's worthy of being a backup in this league, but I do think that he's an emergency third stringer on your practice squad, can run the scout team. I think he's a good position for that. So I do think having him in the room, that he's been in the room for a while now, I do think I like that decision. And then cornerback, like we said, Monday, don't know where they're going to be putting Trey White, don't know where they're going to be putting Max Hairston. It's a concern going in, but I guess the one benefit is when you're going against Baltimore, they're not a threat because of their wide receivers. They're a threat because of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Doesn't sound like Isaiah Likely is going to be back, so you don't have to worry about that. Zay Flowers is going to be in the slot where you got Taron Johnson. So I think in a weird way, having injuries at the cornerback position week one is the perfect element because you're going against Baltimore. And that's a perfect transition because we're going to be picking the Bills right now. And week one, Sunday night, next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, the following Sunday, that's what I'm saying. Sunday night football, 8:20. Phil, were you giving them a win or a loss? We're jumping right into this.
All right, yeah, no, that's cool. Picking the schedule. I'm starting with a loss. Everything about the Bills right now scares me. And it's not long term by any means. I think they'll be fine, but they got so many injuries all up and down the roster. And as much magic as Allen can create, I think this one's going to be simply one team is healthier than the other. And I think Baltimore's just going to come out swinging a little bit more than Buffalo can with the injuries they're going through. So to me, I think Baltimore can and will take that one.
See, I'm giving them a win. If this was an away game,
so.
it would be a little bit different. But I'm gonna be a little bit of a homer here and give them a win.
That's
next
very
game,
unlike you.
It is. I usually sway. I don't think I try to be more unbiased, but I do think that I am the least biased of the two of us. So giving them a win here is a bit strange. Week 2, Sunday, in the New Jersey Jets territory, 1 p.m. Phil, win or loss?
Yeah, I took a quick peek at the schedule. I hadn't in a little while to kind of refresh myself for this little exercise, and I was like, oh my gosh, they play a bunch of nobodies most of the season, and this is one of them. The Jets are horrible. They're real bad, and Fields does not look great. He's okay for fantasy, but doesn't sound like he's doing all that much for the offense, so that's going to be a W for the Bills.
On behalf of my fantasy team, hopefully the cornerback position is still a little injured for the Buffalo Bills because I have Garrett Wilson everywhere. I also have a win. Thursday night, they're getting all the primetime games. You see they front-loaded this for us, Phil? Because last year we had to adjust our schedule so much, especially during playoff time. It's all front-loaded. We don't have to worry about this year. I don't think we have a single conflict for the Buffalo Bills this year until playoffs start. And even then, maybe we'll get lucky. Thursday night football, home, and they're all home games. Home versus Miami, 8:15, early Thursday game. Coming off the New York Jets, short rest. Phil, win or loss?
This one could get interesting depending on what Miami is, but they're also dealing with a lot of injuries, and I don't trust Miami to be much of anything, so I'm going to give a W to the Bills.
Phil's got them starting 2-1. I got them starting 3-0. I think Miami has a chance to be the bottom dweller in the AFC East this year. They are a dumpster fire, and Mike McDaniel is like trying to get fired at this point all offseason. His comments are just, oh man, I used to love you, and then you got Miami'd. Gross. Week 4, Sunday, another home game versus the Saints. Should we just mark this one down for wins for both because the Saints are likely going to be the worst football team in the league this year?
Yes, sir. They are real bad.
They're bad, and they're still, for some reason, not naming a quarterback, maybe because both of them have been so bad. Spencer Rattler, like a 5th-round rookie last year, going to be a second-year starter this year, and then Tyler Shuck.
Could not beat him out.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane how bad they are, and their cap is not going to get any better. That's what happens when you push it down the road and only won one trophy, and that was like way back in the early 2000s. Week 5, Sunday night. Another night game, another primetime game. Home versus New England. This one's going to be actually interesting for me. Phil, what is your thoughts on this one?
I do think that they have a very good chance of splitting this series, but because it's early and New England's going through a lot of changes on their offense and their coaching staff and everything, I think the Bills, especially at home, will still be able to take this one, but I think it could get interesting the second time around. So for this one, I'm going to give a Bills W.
I'm a big fan of New England this year, not because of Mike Vrabel. I do not think he is this God-sent type of coach that everybody claims he is, but I'm a big fan of Drake May. I'm a big fan of Henderson. I still think Diggs has got some feet under him. I still think Demario Douglas can be a really good wide receiver now that he's not being asked to be the number one. And it's going to be very interesting.
And their defense is pretty solid. So
yeah, their defense is pretty solid. I think they're going to be the second best team. I got Buffalo winning this one, though. Monday night football. Like I said, they're front-loading this primetime games. I'm going to be in Houston for this one, so I'm going to be watching this one with our buddy Texas John down there. In Atlanta, though, 7:15 start Eastern Standard Time. Phil, win or loss?
I feel like this is way too many W's, but I don't really like Atlanta this year either. They do have some pieces, but it's all going to come down to Penix. What is he, and how good is he? They definitely. I mean, Drake London's pretty great. Michael Pitts, or not Michael Pitts. Wow, Kyle Pitts could have a resurgence. We'll see. And then was it Bijan? Is that or B? Is that how he's saying it now? Is pretty good, but I'm going to give the Bills another W against Atlanta. I think the Bills' defensive line, I think, is going to be the big talking point of the season. If they can create a lot of havoc throughout the year, I think they're going to be in a much, much better position on defense, and I think if they can do that against a QB like Michael Penix, I think they'll be okay getting in his face, disrupting things, and causing enough havoc, and then you got Josh Allen.
Win for me too, but I am a big Drake London fan. I've got him in Dynasty.
He's pretty great. He's pretty great.
I think he's gonna. I honestly think that, and I know I'm talking less about the Bills and their opponents, but we rarely get to talk about their opponents. I think Drake London is going to lead the league in receiving yards this year because there's just nobody else besides Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts to catch over there. Week 7 is a bye. Coming out of the bye, Sunday, few days before Halloween. At Carolina, 1 p.m. game, one of the very few 1 p.m. games, and everybody knows how I feel about 1 p.m. games. I love them. Not enough of them. Phil, Carolina, in Carolina, win or loss?
Yeah, that's going to be a win. Carolina, another bad team. They're bad.
Yeah, I think
they'll be better, maybe?
I think they're going to be better if Bryce Young continues to develop. And you got Tedero McMillan out there. You got Chuba Hubbard. Their team could be very interesting. I just don't think they're ready yet. I don't think they're ready yet. So that's another one for me. I got them starting 7-0. Call me a homer. I don't care. Listen to the past almost 5 years of the show. I'm not a homer. Week 9, couple days after Halloween. I'm pumping this up because Phil's a big Halloween boy. Versus Carolina at home, 4:25 game. Phil, win or loss?
We are wearing orange and purple, so we are wearing spooky colors right now.
That's very true.
I'm going to go loss just because this is... I don't know, too many wins in a row. I feel like it's too many wins in a row. Just they got to take an L at some point.
I'm going to try to reverse course because the Bills keep winning versus Kansas City in the regular season and losing in the playoffs. So I will
take
hand
the
them
L
their
in this one.
Yeah, I'm giving them their first loss, even though I do think they're gonna win. But I'm gonna give them a loss here, trying to spook it and. See what I did there? I got them 7 starting 7-1. You got them starting 6-2 right now. That moves over to Sunday, November 9th in Miami. Another 1:00 game. Phil, win or loss on this one?
Yeah, a little nice weather vacay for the boys. That's going to be a dub. Miami is terrible.
Yep. Same thing. I think Mike McDaniels is probably fired at this point. Who knows about
that whole regime?
Tyreek
That
Hill.
whole team's about to get blown up.
Yeah, who knows about Echan? Who knows about Tua? The health of that team. They could honestly be 0-, whatever the record is at that point.
Start from scratch next year.
Week 11, Sunday, another 1:00 game versus Tampa Bay at home. Phil, win or loss?
Former first-round quarterbacks going at it. That one could actually be really interesting. I think Tampa Bay is a really good team. It is home, though. We'll give them the W.
Give them a W. I am also going to be giving them a win because I do think Chris Godwin could be back at this point. Jalen McMillan sounds like he could be back around week 9, so they could be at full steam. I do like their defense. Their running game's pretty good. I do think Baker Mayfield's pretty good this year as well as previous years, so I'll give them the W. Thursday night football in Houston, about a month after I leave Houston, 8:15 game. Phil, short rest, win or loss versus Houston?
That's another one that could go, I think, honestly, either way. Houston's defense looks really good. So that's going to be an interesting one, but I don't know how good their offense is going to be. Stroud seems to be a big question mark. Their run game is gone. We'll see when Mixon comes back. I guess he should, in theory, be back by week 12, but it sounds like he's going to be at least missing the first 4 games. But if they have Mixon back, he's in full swing, and Stroud is able to get things going, it could be a pretty interesting game. I do think the Bills are better than Houston, though, so I'm going to give them the win. That's all I got.
I am going to give them the loss. I do think that this Mixon situation is Molly's barking nonstop and Brooks not stopping it downstairs. I do think that Mixon is a CMC situation from last year. And
slow start, but he'll get there.
Even then, CMC ended up getting re-hurt. So I am not confident in Joe Mixon. Whatever. If you haven't drafted yet, do not draft Joe Mixon whatsoever.
Hey, I need to trade him, so you talk him up.
Hopefully nobody from our group is listening to this, but giving them a loss. Week 13, Sunday, 4:25 start in Pittsburgh. Phil, win or loss?
Yeah, I don't like much of what Pittsburgh has going on, so I'm going to say a W. Their offense, to me, questionable. Their defense always really good. Should be good again, but I don't like their offense very much. So I'm going to say a win.
That's fair. Aaron Rodgers, he could be in his hideout cave by then. Pittsburgh. I've gone on record. I've said it here, and I've made the bet with my brother. I gave him 1,000 to 1 odds that Mike Tomlin will never win another Super Bowl. Will he finish over 500? Probably, but he's a trash coach. I do not think he's very good. Everybody can say he doesn't have the quarterback. Don't care. I think he is what he is. He gets the best out of his average players, but he's not a primetime coach. When was the last time he won a playoff game? Don't know. Don't care. He's not winning another one. I think that is a dumpster fire ready to ignite in Pittsburgh, and I'm excited to see it because they deserve to have a losing record finally. But, yeah, I got Buffalo winning that one. Sunday, 4:25, 1st December game versus Cincinnati. Phil, win or loss?
I'm going to go with oh my gosh, I was going to go loss right away, but I forgot about Cincinnati's defense. Oh, boy. Their offense horrifies me, especially with the Bills. We'll see. I mean, week 14 is a long time from now. Hopefully they have their secondary completely figured out by then, but even completely figured out this year doesn't seem like it's going to be an all-star cast by any means. So I think that could be a really, really fun, high-scoring game, but I think the Bills' defense is much better than Cincinnati's defense, and I think Allen can keep up with Burrow. So I think it'll be a fun shootout, but I'm going to give them a win.
I'm giving them a loss until proven otherwise. Buffalo hasn't proven that they can beat Cincinnati. And yes, I know Cincinnati's defense is trash. Trey Hendrickson just re-upped before we started recording, so he's going to be back in the lineup. But I understand Cincinnati's defense is so bad, but Buffalo's defense still has to stop Cincinnati's offense, and I don't think they can. And I haven't seen that they can. So I'm giving them a loss. Sunday, the 14th of December, 1 p.m. in New England. Phil, win or loss?
This is the one I'm going to give the New England L here. Again, I think it'll take a little while for Henderson to get going, for them to figure out their new schemes, get all their pieces together. But I think by week 15 at New England, they're going to be looking pretty good as a team. I don't know if they're going to be anywhere near playoff or Super Bowl contenders, but I think they will be pretty solid and on their way. And I do think they could steal one from Buffalo in week 15.
I am giving Buffalo a win. I'll give you a clue for the final week as well. I think Buffalo's going 6-0 in their division this year. I know that's very tough, but that's what I think is going to happen. Phil, Sunday, 21st, just before Christmas, in Cleveland. What a place to spend a Christmas vacation. 1 p.m. start. Phil, win or loss versus Cleveland?
Yeah, like a lot of this schedule. Not a good team in Cleveland. Pretty horrible, and who knows who will be starting quarterback for them by then. Could be Sanders, could be Gabriel. Doubt it's still Flacco, because that would be pointless for them, but it could be. Who knows what Cleveland is doing. But that's going to be, if you lose that game, that's a big issue. I'm going to give them the win.
Could also be Pickett. I'm giving it a win.
Yes.
Cleveland's also dumpster fire. Don't care. See ya. Sunday, just after Christmas, before New Year's, home versus Philly, 4:25 start. Phil, win or loss?
The big one with this to me is really about standings. I mean, at that point, week 17, it's going to be interesting. Like, how big of a game is it for both teams? It could, in theory, be really big for both for seeding. So if they're both going for it, I could see Philly still upsetting Buffalo. Their team is pretty flawless. Obviously, they just won the Super Bowl, and they look really, really good again. So I'm going to give Philly the victory.
I am doing the same. Philly's just so stinking good. If they don't win the Super Bowl once again, if they're not coming out of the NFC, it's something drastically wrong happened, and I have hurt, so hopefully not. Last game of the season to be determined when it is, but we know it's home versus the Jets, closing down the regular season of Highmark Stadium. Be the last regular season game ever played there. Phil, you sending him out on a win or a loss?
Yeah, I'm going to give Josh Allen one series, which is going to be real lame for the last ever game and him in the red helmet, but he's going to hike the ball one time, maybe take a knee, and then get the heck off the field and leave it to Trubisky to finish the game. Hopefully get a W. That'd be exciting. I do think they'll win even with a backup QB and hopefully none of the starters in the game.
So we both have them finishing 13-4 because I already teased that one.
Sounds ridiculous.
6-0. The question is 13-4 good enough for the number 1 seed? We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting, and we'll kind of pick the games towards the end of the season like we did last year, weeks 16, 17, 18, to kind of see how we do. I absolutely nailed the Denver one, I think, last year. Perfect. And I think I picked Pittsburgh to lose all their remaining games as well, and they did. That's why I hate Pittsburgh. But, 13-4 will be very interesting to see if that is the number 1 seed worthy, or if they're sliding to number 2 again and somebody else is there. It honestly come down to the Kansas City game. It could come down to the Cincinnati game. It could be the tiebreakers there if they finish 13-4 but have the tiebreaker edge there. But again, next week we'll go over 3 bold predictions each. And before we dive into the trade that was last Friday and our games for the Buffalo Bandits, Phil, take it away with Tap That Tap Room, who's our one and only sponsor of this episode.
I lost them. Tap That Tap Room is at 363 Delaware Street in Tonawanda, New York. Buffalo's first women-owned self-pour bar featuring 30 consistently rotating taps, offering a wide variety of ciders, sours, beers, seltzers, and malt beverages.
If you are lost like Phil was, don't worry. I'm here to show you the way. Wednesday, the 27th. That is, as you're listening to this on Wednesday, today. If you're listening to this on Thursday, you missed it. But don't worry, it's next week as well. 7:30, Geeks Who Drink Trivia. Head down there, win some championships, just like the Buffalo Bandits do. And maybe the Buffalo Bills will. Sabres, we don't talk about. Thursday, the 28th, 6 to 10. Thank you, Thursdays. First responders, teachers, and military personnel, you get 10% off your tap when you head down to Tap That Tap Room on Thursdays from 6 to 10. You can also stay there because if you listen to our reel, you already know about this, but I'm going to advertise it once more. Samuel Adams and Dogfish Head Brewery take over Tap That Tap Room Thursday night with their samplings. They got free samples. They got stuff on tap. Head down there if you ever wanted to try anything from either of those two great giants in the industry. Head down to Tap That Tap Room this Thursday because that is the place to be. And then Friday from 3 to 7, it's always the place to be, is happy hour at Tap That Tap Room. The whole beer wall is discounted, so if you've ever wanted to try something, maybe they got some leftover Sam Adams or Dogfish. Maybe it'll still be on tap. Head down there from 3 to 7. It is all discounted. And then follow that up from 7 to 12, 7 to midnight, DJ Nightlight, no cover to get in. It's an absolute banger of a time. Head down there. Check out their Facebook page to find out what else they got coming up and to find out what's on tap and what's on deck. Head to tapthattaproom.com because they have something
for everyone.
Almost gotcha. Last Friday, we didn't have a show, obviously, because it's off-season, but Zed Williams found a new home. He was, and still is, an unrestricted free agent, so his rights remained with Colorado. They traded them, and thank God they did, because I guess thank God that free agency got pushed. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to do that because his rights would have been in to the street free agent pool. He went along with the 24th overall pick to Rochester for the 10th overall pick and the 28th overall pick. Phil, instant thoughts on this mega trade that went down last Friday?
I think it's huge for Rochester. I mean, they are a team that we had high hopes for last year. I had them going to the finals in the preseason prediction, so we believe in their team. We believe that they can get there, and sometimes it just takes a player like Zed Williams, especially if he's healthy, to push them over the edge and get them that extra place. You need that bruiser. You need that playoff grinder to be there to help you in the tough times where, you know, sometimes this high-flying offense wasn't able to score goals. He's the kind of guy who can take over a game late in playoffs and will your team to victory by being a absolute bruiser. Yes, he's a little bit older, but I still think he can make a lot of noise on that team. I don't think he'll be, up there by any means with the Dane Smiths or anything, but that's not his position. He's more of a Nanacoke type style, set the lanes, get the guys open, and score occasionally when he can score those big goals. So I think it's a very, very big piece for Rochester get, and I am all in for them doing it. I guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I guess for Bandits listeners, because that is our big base here, why he didn't come to Buffalo, there's plenty of reasons. One, you already have a Nanakoke. There's already at least 3 players on the right-hand side. If you want to add Nielsen or Buchanan, it can get up to 5. His role just doesn't fit here because that's what Nanakoke does. Second, Seneca Nation is taking over Rochester. He is a part of the Seneca Nation. It makes too much sense that he went home. Now, does that mean other Seneca Nation players are also going to want to go play with Rochester? It's very possible. I mean, this was a match made in heaven, and it fits perfectly. And this is one of the great reasons why getting the Seneca Nation involved in this sport and in this league is great for Indigenous players like Zed Williams. It just makes too much sense for him to go play in Rochester. He's from here. It makes so much sense. Thirdly, why would Rochester make this move? Their offense is absolutely filthy, and I think they needed a bigger bruiser on the right-hand side to free up a Lanchbury, to free up a Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith was taking a beating over there. Now that you got Zed Williams, he's going to free up the space, and you're not going to be able... This is the right-hand side right now. It's Ryan Lanchbury. It's Zed Williams once he does get healthy, because he was out the majority last year, so how is his health? Is he going to be ready? If the season gets pushed, that benefits him altogether. But you got Zed Williams, you got Ryan Smith, you got Kyle Waters. That's 4 right there. I don't think there's a spot for Curtis Knight to come back, so I expect Curtis Knight to go sign elsewhere. I would have to figure out exactly where I had him pegged when we did the offseason predictions, but it will be interesting to see where he goes up, because that's a right-handed shot that is now free to sign elsewhere because they're already 4 deep. Why would he want to sign there? The lefties, you got Connor Fields, you got Graydon Hogue, and then you got Thomas McConvey. That's your left side right there. So my guess is they're going to go 4 righties, 3 lefties, and then you also got Brandon Robinson, who still needs to sign. He didn't play all last year, and you got Turner Evans. Does he go there and be that 4th lefty over there? So it's a match made in heaven. I think this is a offense that can compete and be one of the top offenses in the league. They already were, and now you're adding a Zed Williams for a piece that was missing on the right-hand side to free up the Lanchburys and the Ryan Smiths. It's going to be absolutely dangerous for the Rochester Nighthawks next year.
Yeah, Smith is a absolute sniper, so if you can give him even a little bit of space, which is exactly what Zed can do, he will be picking corners all day. We both had Knight going back to Rochester, so
that's going to be wrong.
That was before, obviously, this happened, so that'll be wrong. So he'll go somewhere.
Well, that concludes that draft, and now comes the fun part, because, again, we're filling time until the NLL opens up. Next week, we're going to be going over some draft prospects, because the draft is the 6th. That's the following Saturday. So right now, Phil created a game to play with me and the listeners, and I created a game for Phil and the listeners. So, Phil, I'm going to let you take it away to start your game and explain what it is.
Yeah, this is essentially guess the player, but it's going to be based on stats only. I'm going to be giving PK and the listeners 1 stat at a time, and we're going to see how long it takes, or if you can pick that player out. It's Bandits only, so you don't have to worry about the entire league. That would have been wild. But it is Bandits only, and obviously, I'll just say this for fun. Dawson's not on here, but I'm not starting with, 52 block shots. Who is it? We know who it is. There's only one who's ever done it in the entire NLL history. So it's not going to be that easy. So the clues go from really hard to easier. Hopefully you can kind of figure it out as it goes. But none of it's going to be all that easy, because unless you have these stats in front of you or really know the team's stats, it's going to be kind of tough. So here we go. Mystery player.
How many players do I have to guess?
I got 5 total, but based on time, we'll probably do 3.
Okay, that's fair.
First mystery player. He finished with 3 power play goals.
Chase Frazier.
No. 86 loose balls.
Kyle Buchanan.
Kyle Buchanan it is. Next one was going to be 106 shots on goal, 55 points, 34 goals. All right. Next up, you're flying
this
through.
This does help
already,
that I do all the spreadsheets, so I enter all the numbers. And with the Bandits game last year, this helps. This I might be pretty good at this.
I almost said the name to start the guessing. So 5 caused turnovers.
Remember, everybody listening at home, tell me how quickly, you get it.
Yes.
I got it in 2 guesses
Play
the first
along.
time. What was the 5 caused turnovers?
5 caused turnovers.
Ooh, this could be a multitude of players because I believe a lot of them got caused turnovers last year. I'm going to go, and this one might be out of left field because you might be trying to mess with me here. I'm going to go Matt Spanger.
No. All right. 7 blocked shots.
This has got to be Justin Martin.
It is.
Yeah, 2 again.
I did, after when I picked those first 2 players, I was trying to find stats that were a little different and like could be kind of a couple players, but after I picked those first 2, I was like, all right, well, PK loves both of those players, so he's going to probably guess those pretty quickly. All right. Player number 3.
I'm 2 for 2, by the way, at home.
Yeah, so you're doing great. So,
yeah, I've guessed
this
it in
one,
2. So
I only have
suck it.
4 clues for the next few because I think the final clues didn't really.
That's
make
good
it
because
any.
I'm guessing them in 2.
Yeah, you only need 2. All right, 12 block shots is what we're starting off with.
12 block shots. I think you're trying to mess with me here, and it's not a defenseman. And I think... Is it Ian McKay?
No.
Okay.
9 assists.
9 assists. Okay, so this isn't a forward. 9 assists. This isn't him. Oh, is this Steve Priolo?
No. 5 caused turnovers.
Only 5. 9 assists.
Finally, you got the clue number 3.
12 block shots, you said?
12 block shots.
12 block shots.
9 assists, 5 caused turnovers. People at home, let us know if you got it.
Ooh. This one's a tricky one, Phil.
Finally. Took the whole time.
I'm going to go. This is great for podcasting because this is dead air.
Well, you guessed the other 2 so quickly.
Yeah, that's fair. Thomas Whitty.
It is Thomas Whitty.
Nailed it.
Dang it. All right.
I'm 3 for 3 at home. I'm 3 for 3 at home.
Going super cool. I see. This is sad because I'm going to bomb your game. Whatever it is, I don't really know anything about it. Whenever we do PK's games, it is 110% me guessing. Even though PK is like, "Oh, it's super easy. I could have gotten." I never know any of it. I just guess all of it. And last time I guessed, I did pretty well. But
yeah, you did well.
It's all guessing. All right, next one. I almost said the name to start again. 38 loose balls.
38 loose balls. Is this Nanacoke?
Oh my God, you got it right away.
Yeah, I knew. I was trying to. I got your pattern now, man. I got your pattern. I don't think there was a pattern. I got that in 1, listeners. Try that one. Try to come at me. You guys think you're #1 Bandits fans? You might be, but I'm better.
You
with
are
numbers.
the stat man. So
I'm the stat man. I'm the stat man.
I did want to go like real deep with some kind of random ones. Like I was going to try to throw like a Kyle Matisse in there.
I do think if we do this again, you should start with like random facts about them and then slowly dive into like the stats. I know we came up with this idea like
last night at like 10 p.m.
Yeah. I came up with my game as of this recording this morning, like 8 hours ago.
All right,
okay,
last one. 58 loose balls.
58 loose balls. Oh, this isn't him. This isn't him. I'm going by numbers. I don't think Cooch got it.
See, that's another thing. You could ask me everybody's number, and I should know all of it. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
not Ian McKay. Ian McKay got higher than that. Warriors got higher than that. Dawson is right around that area. Dylan Robinson was right around there. Is it Dylan Robinson?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Back-to-back first guesses, man.
Why do you know where these people are randomly around?
I'm telling you, like when you do these, the Bandits
even
game,
Paul
doing
Dawson, when you said it
numbers,
was right around there, I was like, what did Paul Dawson finish? He had 60. You were 2 off on his loose balls.
That's what I mean.
That's ridiculous.
Like, well, I keep the history of it, so I know the fastest the fastest milestone minute. Like I'm updating all those, so I need to see where players are at, and like
stats were just a mistake.
Yeah, it was. There you go.
So his next one, which I thought might have been tricky because I didn't know this about him, he had 32 penalty minutes.
Yeah, well, he had that double major or whatever it was too. But I think that was playoffs. That was playoffs.
He was 4th on the team during the regular season in only 11 games with 32 penalty minutes. Pretty impressive. Pretty
Got a mean
impressive.
streak to him. Mean streak.
I should have
and
started
some
with penalty
stupidity.
minutes.
But yeah, sorry for ruining the game, you listeners out
Yeah,
there. Sorry,
that
Phil, for
was
ruining the game. I
6
did it in like
minutes.
6 minutes. I nailed this. Two of them I guessed in one guess. Two of them I guessed in two guesses, and the third one took me to the third clue. You could have
Hey, you
stopped.
didn't even
after
make it to
3
the
clues.
fourth on any of them.
My bad. My bad. Listeners, this one might go longer. Phil sweats in these games, and that's why I love playing them. Remember,
I'm not going to think. I'm just going to randomly shout out things.
remember Real Bill, Fake Bill?
Yes, I sure do.
It's such a fun game. I can't wait till April again. Well, like I mentioned off the get-go, this is my game, by the way, listeners. Play along with Phil. This one, he might have more dead air to fill for you. Draft is next weekend, September 6th, starting at 1 o'clock. I think Pat Gregoire and Teddy Jenner are doing it. First round is going to be streamed on NLL Plus. Can't wait
Finally,
for that.
get back to it.
Yeah, I'm at least some NLL coverage
Something.
starting, even if
Something.
free agency is still scheduled to. I have it in here. Free agency is still scheduled to start Friday. Ha 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 ha. Next week we're gonna be talking a little bit more about the drafted players. So for fun, and since we're filling time because the NLL hates us, I created a fun little Bandits game.
This has been a real struggle for us.
While
just
we
so you
wait
know.
here, I thought it would be fun to quiz Phil and all of you out there to name former Buffalo Bandits first round draft picks. Now, I did the math for you. That we're going from 2024 all the way back to 2012. And in that time, 15 players were drafted by the Buffalo Bandits in that span. Now, some years there were multiple first round picks. Some years there were none. There are still 10 with the Buffalo Bandits right now. So there's a clue for you out there. There's 10 with the Buffalo Bandits at the moment. 4 are still in the league. And one of them right now is a street free agent. I believe he did play last year. Now, since Phil can see it at home and the listeners cannot, I will run down the years. 2024, there were 3. 2022, there were 3. 2021, there were 2. 2020, 1. 2019, there was 1. 2018, there were 2. 2017, there was 1. 2014, there was 1. And 2012, there was 1. So, Phil, you can jump out wherever you want. Just start naming first round draft picks by the Buffalo Bandits from 2012 to 2024. Buffalo has just one first round pick in 2025 at the moment.
All right, so Johnny started playing in the 90s, so we're good.
Check that one off.
We're good there.
Excluded.
He's too old. All right, so Dylan Robinson.
Dylan Robinson was the 14th overall pick in 2022.
Cam Wires.
Cam Wires was one before that, the 13th overall pick the same year.
And Zach Belter.
Zach Belter, same year, 19th overall pick. So you got all 3 from 2022.
That's the main one I remember. 24. Hey,
That was
3?
last year. That was last year.
3 last year.
Yep.
All right. Nielsen.
Nielsen was the first of the 3 7th overall pick in 2024.
Anton Giovanni.
Giovanni was right after. Buffalo likes to have back-to-back first-round picks. He was the 8th overall pick.
They want to get their guys. There was a third?
There was a third.
Oh, man, here comes the dead air.
Don't forget, you can skip around if you want. You can always come back to this one.
I know, but these are the ones I should know the most.
That is very true.
They're the most recent.
I was a bit shocked you went to 2022, even though that was probably the easiest year.
Yeah, well, you said so many players were still on the team. I remember that was their big defensive first-round draft picks.
I'll give you your first clue. He was the 15th overall pick that year.
Because I thought Robertson was second round, right?
He was a second-round pick.
Yeah, I do not know who their...
He got in like
first
3
was.
games this year.
Oh,
And then
Dooley. There
Dooley
it is.
got it. 15th overall pick last year, Taylor Dooley. So you got 6 of the 15 so
All
far.
right.
And
Now
probably the easiest.
it gets
of
real tricky. All right. I don't know when Dane or Josh actually started, so we'll go with Josh.
Josh Byrne. Where is he? There he is. 2017 first overall pick.
Newer than I thought. So Dane Smith.
Dane Smith, 2012. I don't know why I'm struggling so much to say that. 5th overall pick, Dane Smith, 2012.
All right. 2014. So who left? Even though I've nothing checked.
You got two left that are currently still with the Buffalo Bandits.
All right, so that should be the easiest. Ian McKay, was he?
Ian McKay was the 4th overall pick in 2018.
He was real high. All right, and then was it drafted by Buffalo or just
drafted by Buffalo?
Okay, I was saying Nanakoke, I think, was a first rounder, but he was not drafted by Buffalo. Still on the team.
Yeah, one more still on the team.
Was it from 2014? Is that the one?
The year is 2021.
Oh, real new. Oh man, that's gonna be painful. Still on the team, first round, newer.
He was the 3rd overall pick that year.
Oh my gosh, so high. I can't even think of their all-stars right now. I mean, Chase Fraser was not. Offense.
People at home are just yelling at you right now because of what you did to yourself.
Is he defense?
Nope.
Is it Chase Fraser?
It's not Chase Fraser.
It's not Nanakoke? Is it Nanakoke?
It is Nanakoke.
He was drafted by the Bandits?
He was drafted by the Buffalo Bandits.
I'm thinking Cloutier. That's why.
That's exact. As soon as you said Nanakoke wasn't drafted, I'm trying not to hold my grin. You got all 10 that are still with the Buffalo Bandits. You got 4 that are still in the league and 1 that is in the league but is not with the team right now.
All right, so this is where it's going to get near impossible for me. You don't even know where to start. Mitch Jones.
Mitch Jones, no.
Dang it. He played for Buffalo.
He was not even drafted by Buffalo.
I didn't think so, but I'm just throwing names that are top players that played for Buffalo at one point. All right. Who else? Are they forwards?
1, 2 are forwards.
I don't know why I asked. Like it was going to help me remember anything. I need hints. I got absolutely nothing.
We'll give you the 2021 draft. He was the 14th overall pick, and Buffalo really didn't give him a chance. He was traded in the 2022 season, I believe, to bring in a defenseman to help the depth to go on to lose to Colorado.
Yikes.
Then the defenseman came back in 2023, where they won a championship.
I assume it was the Dawson trade?
No.
Dang it.
He unofficially retired last offseason.
Oh my gosh.
The trade
he was drafted in 21?
Trade was with Albany.
This is going absolutely nowhere mentally.
His initials are T and V.
Oh, Thomas Vasin?
Got it. That was one of them.
T and V.
We'll move on to
He's already out of the league.
The other 4, he was the one that was still in the league, but a street free agent. He's not on the team right now. We'll move on to 2020, the other forward, 9th overall pick.
Okay. Team, what's he doing?
He's currently a free agent, but his rights are currently still with Rochester.
Connor Fields?
No. He was drafted by San Diego.
So I didn't think he was drafted here either.
We were very disappointed and confused when he got traded out last year, the year before, to Vancouver.
Yeah. Yep. Brad McCauley?
Got it.
He was a first-round pick.
He was a first-round pick, 9th overall. 2019, 12th overall pick, played, I believe, just 1 season with the Buffalo Bandits.
Is he good?
He is good now. He's a player that I wish and kind of regret that Buffalo traded him.
All right. That means nothing to me.
12th overall pick. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Think you did.
Played with Ottawa last year.
Oh, my God. Their offense is horrible.
He's a defenseman.
Oh.
You got all the forwards.
Oh, right. Defense. Oh, man.
Head, something, knees and toes. Head, something, knees and toes.
Does shoulders have to do with anything?
Oh, it's not. You're right. I sang the song wrong. Do you smell the roses?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
That's a clue. Everybody at home is yelling.
Nick Rose.
Nope. What do you smell roses with?
Oh, your nose? Oh, Noseworthy.
Yep. Brett Noseworthy.
I do like him quite a bit.
Yep. Next one. He was the third overall pick in 2018. One pick before Ian McKay, and one pick after Chris Cloutier.
And we got rid of him?
We got rid of him. And I still don't understand why, because they got Baba Ganoush for him.
Why would you do such a thing? Is it Gilray?
Matt Gilray.
Yeah, love him.
And the last one, this was probably the toughest one. 2014, ninth overall pick. Played in Vegas last year and was one of the players that we mentioned could be coming to Buffalo based on Las Vegas has literally nobody Buffalo would want.
Goodwin?
Yep, Brandon Goodwin. Ninth overall pick by Buffalo in 2014.
That clue was massive. Shoulders was not a great clue.
Yeah, I thought it was head, nose, knees and toes for some reason. I was way off. Sorry, I don't know my riddles or.
Are we doing the second half of this game?
No. I just thought it would be fun because we still got a little bit of time. That's the 15th players drafted by the Buffalo Bandits in the first round since 2012. Man, I still botch that one all the time. To 2024, Buffalo has one first-round pick in the upcoming draft, but I thought it would be fun to revisit history.
Not good, not terrible.
And I was going to quiz Phil in second to sixth round draft picks in that same time frame, actually going back to 2009. But they drafted 72 players from the second to the sixth round since 2009. 7 of them are actually still with the Buffalo Bandits, 4 of which are from the last 2 drafts, though. 15 of them are currently with other teams. So, my opinion, any picks rounds 3 through 6, send them away. Because, Phil, can you name any of these players that they drafted, and I'll let you know if you were right.
Can
you name at least the players that are still with the Bandits?
Probably not.
You named one already in Trent Robertson. Yep. You got another one in Chase Frazier.
Okay. The team's so tough.
2 more from last year, and the 1 more is from the year before that.
2 from last year. What about Evan C?
Evan C was 2023.
Okay.
Their first pick that year.
2 more from last year.
They are on the draft list.
I was say they didn't really play. I should know.
One of them is with the Dallas Stars
last
now.
year. What is his name? Our former coach, Cordingley?
Yep, Bryce Cordingley.
Okay.
That's one of them.
I feel like I can picture it, but I don't know.
Angus McDonald.
Okay.
He's playing with the Dallas Stars now.
That was it.
The
only other one I really know is Sharky, just because
he's on there. That's a good pick. 2022 73rd pick, 4th round. He's there.
My buddy Watts, big fan.
Watts is on the list. Yep.
And then he made some not so nice comments, and he went off my nice list.
There's 2 more that are currently still on the Bandits.
Oh wow.
1 in 2016 and 1 back in 2009.
What was Buchanan?
Buchanan was not. He was undrafted, I believe.
Oh, he was he the one? That's ridiculous. How was he undrafted?
He might have not been undrafted. Why
Wasn't
you keep
he
guessing?
real late though?
He might have been a 6th round pick.
Yeah,
though.
that sounds more accurate. Still on the team.
There's 2 more still on the team.
Nick Weiss, where was he?
Nope, he was drafted by Vancouver, I believe.
Okay, I'm just pretty much guessing the whole lineup.
Cal Buchanan was a 6th round pick in 2012.
Not by Buffalo?
Not by Buffalo.
Okay. I do have their roster.
They're both
in front of
defensemen.
me. Okay. By Buffalo? What was Priolo?
Priolo was 2009. You got it. 21st overall pick in the 2nd round.
There it is. That's a great 2nd round pick.
This other one was one of the names that you mentioned in your game.
No, not Robinson. Martin. There it is.
Martin. 13th overall pick, 2nd round, 2016.
See, that's the other weird thing is that, like, nowadays 13th overall pick is not second round. That's a first round pick.
So there's still some names that are still running around the league. 2009, before Steve Priolo, they took Chris Corbeil in the second. They took Jeff Cornwall in the second in 2011, 15th pick. Before that, they took Jeremy Thompson in the second, 19th pick, or 9th pick. 9th was a second round pick back in 2011. They drafted Kevin Brownell in the third round, 22nd pick in 2012. 2013, 15th overall pick in the second round, Mitch Wild. They took Tim Edwards, the guy that I keep wanting Buffalo to bring. 4th round, 36th overall pick in 2015. 2015 was a good draft for them. 11th overall pick, second round, Anthony Malcolm. And then the 27th round or overall pick in the third round, Mike Triolo. They took Kevin Orleman in the second round, 18th overall pick in 2016. Devlin Shanahan, our boy, 43rd pick in the 4th round in 2018. Tyler Halls, who's with Rochester right now, 4th round, 60th pick in 2019. Dalton Solver, 5th round pick, one of the very few 5th round picks still in the league, 76th overall pick in 2020. Sam LaRue, 2nd round, 19th overall pick in 2020. And then Austin Bloomberg's hanging around on the practice squad for Halifax, 88th overall pick, 5th round in 2022. So, yeah. It's very rare. That's why I keep doing this.
First and second, keep. Anything else?
Change the draft system or change the roster constriction, because so many draft picks never play, never see an ounce of playing time in the NLL, let alone the team that they play with. So that was our draft game here. I think you did pretty well with the first rounders. Second rounders, you got a couple, and then you were struggling with the players that are still not with Buffalo. But I went back a few years for you. But it's still crazy. From 2024 to 2012, only 15 picks by the Buffalo Bandits in the first round. But yeah, and really 6 of them were within the last 3 years.
Really stacked it up recently.
But that wraps up this episode. We're right around the hour mark, a tad above it. But hopefully everybody played along with us at home. Hopefully you enjoyed this little game. NLL, figure it out. Sign the CBA. Get something rolling, because we're running out of ideas. Next week, we'll go over our 3 bold predictions each for the Buffalo Bills. We'll go over some draft analysis of our very own for the NLL, because the NLL draft, surprisingly, is still scheduled for September 6th. I think that one's locked in. I don't think they're changing that one whatsoever. And regardless of what Jamie Dowick says, you can draft before free agency opens. It's okay. I know you get the first 3 picks in the draft, but I don't care. League doesn't revolve around you. And that pretty much wraps up this episode. Phil, anything else before we wrap this one up?
No, I think we are all good over here.
Perfect. I'm going to be in Vancouver, so I might be incognito for a while. But if anybody listening out there and you live in the Vancouver area, you've traveled to Vancouver before, reach out. I put a tweet out there. Nobody's really responded yet. But if you've ever been to Vancouver, you live around the area, let me know some things to do there, because Brooke and I currently are just going to be hiking a lot, eating a lot of food, and just
Did you tag the Vancouver Warriors?
I should do that. That would be a good idea. I'll do that later. Good call, Phil. But
thank you.
I'll be traveling to Vancouver and back, and I'll be back for next episode. Don't worry, not going anywhere. So thank you all for listening to another episode of the Buffalo Sports Collective. Thank you to Tap That Tap Room for sponsoring this episode and this podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Buffalo Sports Collective, and on X and Blue Sky at Buffalo Sports Co. Visit our website at buffalosportscollective.com. You can check out our store on our link tree on our social media sites, or at the shop tab at the top of the website. Follow our channel wherever you listen to podcasts, and make sure you leave us a review on Apple and Spotify. Until next time, everyone,